Ready. Hi, I'm Sonia Lee.
And I'm Eric Thomas.
And this is Cosmic Slop Radio. And today we're going to talk with you about the foundations of our practice, of a spiritual practice, and some information that we like to share with our clients to help them to be more grounded and present in their body and protecting themselves against unwanted energies.
Yeah, which is a big one. When you're out there walking around the world and you're in a big public space, and we've talked about going out in public spaces, football games, what have you. There's a lot of crazy energy out there, and you can just wrap yourself in a little protection. It's always a good thing. So we're going to cover this. Yeah, hospitals
are great and the worst.
Yeah.
Because there are people dying and being born. There's all kinds of soul energy going on in a hospital.
Well, I do a lot of work with hospice, so I'm usually at the dying end.
Sure.
So there's a lot that happens there as well to protect yourself. But this grounding, centering, and protection are really key components to the most basic practice.
They are.
It's about bringing yourself present in the moment. So,
it's your morning routine, like brushing your teeth and showering and combing your hair. These three things will be the foundation of any spiritual practice that you undertake.
And do these three before you get out of bed.
Yeah. That would be ideal.
When you're laying in bed, you're kind of coming to, sit there, and, well, you have a nice practice. Why don't you explain your grounding, the thing that you do, that you have?
Well, when I first started doing this, I had a lot of difficulty with it because I don't like to be in my body a lot. I'm usually hanging by a tether. So in order for me to be able to ground in a way that I could literally come into my body and stay in my body and not be like, you know how you try to keep a helium balloon down and every time you let it go, it flies back up? That would be my spirit. So I actually close my eyes and visualize, take a couple of deep cleansing breaths, and then I literally visualize a big ball of energy starting at my tailbone, which is the root chakra, and visualize that going down my legs and literally breaking through the crust of the earth. And I see the rich brown soil. I smell that earthy, peaty smell. I visualize feeling the soil in my hands, and visualize that going all the way down through the earth into the center where there's the big hot lava magma, the big iron core of magma, which is very grounding. Iron is a very heavy grounding element, so that is also an association for me with being grounded, with being anchored. And that's what we mean by grounding. We mean being anchored, being rooted within your body.
Yeah. Because I know for me personally, part of my grounding is my thoughts are all over the place.
Sure.
I send them out to places, they go on their own. Part of it's probably my, ADD. Just my thoughts get scattered. So when I ground, I bring in all my thoughts from wherever they are. It's like, you know what, thoughts? I need you all to come right here, right now.
Calling them back.
Because what I really want to be is fully present in my body and fully present in my moment. So I do a little bit of the footwork into the ground, and I love trees. They're my Tonglen masters actually for breathing. But yeah, for grounding, man, just to physically see yourself anchored to the planet.
That's what I tell them, the kids. Be a tree.
Yeah.
And trees have roots. Roots go into the ground. That tree is connected. That's how you connect. And so once you've got yourself grounded, then the next thing you do is centering. And the interesting thing that you'll discover through this practice is that once you're grounded, you also become centered. Because once you've grounded and you fully feel yourself engaged in coming into your body, there are other ways you can do it. You can imagine feeling the top of your head, having the awareness of the top of your head, and then have it go all the way down your body, all the way to your feet. Breathe. And with each breath and with each section of your body that you are integrating and becoming aware of, you're also pulling your energy into your body as you do that. So there's a lot of different ways. We've just given you three that you can do to ground. Then once you've grounded, center. For me, centering is bringing my awareness to the center core of my body, where my belly button is. And I see that as a white ball of light right there. And I have all my focus. I don't have any thoughts on anything except this white ball of light in the center of my body. And at this point, I can do anything. I can expand that. I can move it up. I can move it down. Whatever needs to be done with that energetic ball that I created. And sometimes it just sit in the stillness.
Yeah, I use the breath. I'm not overly visual with my stuff. I sense a lot of things, I hear things, I'm clairaudient, clairsentient, but I use the breath to bring myself, my mind, my thoughts into my body, like you do with the light. I breathe this entire column, you know, where the chakras are.
Sure.
I breathe that entire column. As I'm breathing and grounding myself, the natural outcome is to be centered.
Absolutely.
In that place I am centered, then I can use through breath, expand out.
Sure.
And in that, I usually, first thing I do is expand out protection, which is kind of the third leg of this, you know, basic toolkit. There's a lot of energies out there, and there's a lot of people in bad moods at the store and at work and in your house, and we're susceptible to that energy, their emotional energy.
And there are a lot of entities that have crossed over. If you don't believe in it, that's fine, but if you do, if you like the Long Island medium, then you'll know she talks to dead people all the time. Dead people are everywhere. There's not a single spot, at least not here in Arizona, because we were one of the places where people crossed our land to get to the West when we were developing our country. There are people that have died on pretty much every spot of land in this state. So we have a lot of areas that have ghosts. You know, there's Jerome, there's minefields, there's Superstition Mountains. So we tend to be a little bit superstitious and ghost believing here in the Wild West because we had a lot of, because it's fun. It makes for good storytelling. And it's hot out here, so you got to have something to do to bring somebody to this state. But
with all of that,
I love Arizona.
The tourist board will not like this.
No, I love Arizona. Arizona's a great place to visit.
But it is about the external energies to yourself.
Sure.
Now that you've brought yourself to this moment, and now that you've brought yourself a little bit centered, you're a little more open and exposed because you don't have your walls up. You don't have your barrier that prevents goodness from coming in. It also prevents the badness.
Correct.
So when you now create this bubble, this wrap around you.
Call it your auric field.
Sure. This is where it's a strainer. This is like, you know what?
Oh, yeah.
I'm letting good things come in. I ask for angels to protect me in that state.
Yep.
But
Archangel Michael is a great one.
Sure is.
To give you protection.
And just use these 3 techniques together in the morning before you get up, throughout your day. If you kind of like come out of a meeting at work and you feel all
yuck. Yeah.
Shake that off. Do some breath work. Bring yourself centered. Bring yourself focused to your body and your mind. And then just move forward.
Yeah.
And these are really simple to do. Just do them every day. Just start your day this way and watch what happens over the next couple of weeks.
And share with us your experiences because we would love to hear how this works for you. So
That's on Facebook, right?
yeah, on Facebook, our Cosmic Slop Radio page on Facebook. And of course, you know, you always find us here on YouTube. And if you would like to get more information or have a private session with us, you can check out our websites, below the screen here. And we'll be back next time to share with you another modality and practice. But before we begin any of this, we want you to have the basics and the fundamentals. So that is ground, center, protect.
Yes.
GCP. It's good for you and me.
We're just on a roll today.
All right, I'm Sonia Lee.
I'm Eric Thomas.
Bye.
Be well.